Well, I clicked gameplay, not intro. Here we are back. It's so good to see each and every one of you on this fine Thursday evening. My name is Frank, and this is the Super RPG Friends. We're playing some Dragon Quest III tonight. I'm joined by my lovely, handsome, talented co-hosts, Joey and John. It's good to see you boys. Also, we are joined tonight by special guests who I met because turns out I'm going to be helping this man make a physical video game for preservation's sake for all. Because through my job at Premium Edition Games, we are working with James, who is the lead dev for Seed of Nostalgia, a new indie RPG that is recently, God, what is it? 12 times its original goal of Kickstarter right now, right, James?
Yes, we're like 1,200% over.
It is going crazy. Thank you so much for coming on and hanging out. I gotta let everyone know about how we hit it off last night, because anyone who watches the show will be like, oh, of course Frank loves this guy. We were hanging out in the server and I was playing RuneScape with one of my buddies, and he popped in and we just talked about like RuneScape and like working designs for 2 hours, and we were like, did we just become best friends? Because I feel like we might have. But thank you so much for joining us tonight. How are you doing today, man?
Doing great. Yeah, thanks for having me on. It's a super fun show. And
does the Kickstarter game have a fishing mini game in it?
Guys.
Oh yeah. Welcome to the Joie fanfic, bro.
Yeah, that's
you are now part of the Super RPG Friends Joie fanfic circle. There's nothing I can do about it. Sorry.
It's
pleasure
just, it's part of the universe. What is up? All these lovely people in chat, lots of first timers. Thank you guys for coming and checking us out. Make sure if you guys want to get a little buffer, you can always get a little bit of experience points under the channel reward. That's a little thing we like to do here to keep the flavor going. Oh shit, man, there's so many people. Hell yeah, thank you guys. It's awesome to see everyone. This is our second episode back since the hiatus, and it feels wonderful. Hell yeah. Ooh, thank you for the follow. You actually get a free experience point when you follow. You get the instant level up to level 2. You love to see that. Oh yeah, the secret's out. Joey, how you doing tonight on this fine evening?
I'm all right. I did a little stream earlier. So yesterday we were playing, or actually on Tuesday when we streamed last time here, I was just starting Saga Frontier 2, and I was like, okay, well this will last me the whole week. And then yesterday I ended up just beating it. So the video game, not my shit crazy style. Relax. You know, so we ended up finishing it, and then so I started Claire Obscure Expedition 33 today, and so not long before this stream, I was doing my own. So that game rules. I'm really enjoying it. I can't wait to get back to it.
You got the Joey seal of approval. So when I saw that when you popped in here today and you were like, I had to literally stop myself from playing that game for 24 hours. I was like, ah, fuck, I really got to get it then. Like, fucking big shout outs. I see we've got more new follows than I can even count. I appreciate each and every one of you. Oh my God, Onyx has pulled out a chest full of legendary quotes. He pulled one out and read it. Hey bro, did the sound wake you up? Were you freaked out? Stacy from Earthbound. Love to see it. That was a good one. That was our first game we ever actually did on this show. This was originally going to be a one and done Earthbound like playthrough stream for the site that me and Nick used to write, or that we still do write for, Monster Vine. And it's kind of crazy that anytime that stuff comes up, I'm like, oh, Earthbound, my beloved. Johnny, how you doing today?
I'm actually kind of tired today. I spent most of the day reworking a workshop for work.
You can come over after this. You can lay your sweet head upon my chest, and I will stroke your beard, and you will just lull yourself to sleep. But you might wake up with a contact high. I apologize.
He's about to give you the seed of nostalgia.
Oh no! Oh, that rules, PT. Hell yeah, yeah. That's what. So for the people who the things that we've done on the show, because we do full playthroughs every week with like different guests and stuff. We've done Earthbound was the first, then we did Chrono Trigger, Super Mario RPG, and then we moved to Sega and we did Shining Force 1, and then Phantasy Star 4, which it was the first time I ever played Phantasy Star 4, and holy shit, that game really, like, literally stands shoulder to shoulder with some of the titans of that generation. What an awesome experience.
Yeah.
Then we played Lunar for the Sega CD, and then we spent like 2 years of our life playing Final Fantasy VII because a million things happened during the playthrough, and like we had to take like 2 breaks. It was so long. Then we played Suikoden, Breath of Fire 3. Am I missing one? Oh, Chrono Cross.
Chrono Cross.
Yeah. We've done.
I'll tell you what you were missing. That pronunciation.
Me? Mispronounce something?
Yeah. Dude, it was so the entire time we played Suikoden, Frank pronounced it different every single time. It was different every. Oh, Lupus too. That's right. We played Lufia too.
Oh yeah.
Actually, it's called Estopolis.
Estopolis, you guys, come on. Yeah, Suikoden was great because they just made us lift weights the whole time.
One of the redeems now.
Yeah, if suddenly a muscular man appears on the stream, you have to just lift something around you 10 times. Sometimes we do weights. Some people have picked up cats. I can't believe it that we have had 2 separate people lift a Vectrex as their chosen thing of all the fucking things of Vectrex. Like, I can't believe it's weird it happened twice. Like,
yeah. That is weird, yeah.
So tonight we're playing Dragon Quest III. James, what's a little bit of number one? Have you played 3 before? And what's a little bit of your like relationship with the Dragon Quest series?
I have played 3 before, way back in the day. I can't really say that the original was like a standout of the series for me. I definitely have not played all of that series, but I'd have to say that my overall favorite is probably 5. And I also like 6 a lot, and 9 was cool, but I actually had an amazing time with 11. I thought that was a killer game.
Standout game.
I ended up playing it in the normal mode, the Elusive Age version or whatever when it came out, and played it again on the pixel mode because it was just that good.
Yeah, it's an absolutely excellent game. It really was I love that one. 11 really stood. I'm not super well versed in a lot of the earlier Dragon Quest games. I've only just like played them a little bit rather than beat them. Most of my experience starts with 7, but 11 definitely is one of the top ones for me as well, easily.
Yeah, I'd say it's tied with 3 for my favorite, but 5 is really close too. I streamed all the Dragon Quest, the mainline games, and 11 was like 100+ hours. I will say, I killed everybody with the music. I think everybody who watched those streams like wanted to fucking mod out every Dragon Quest soundtrack. Like you could only hear and like it's so long with like Nazi MIDI horns, bro. Like we're good. You know, we're I mean, okay, don't get me wrong. We're hearing it in this stream too. But when you've got 4 nerds yapping over it, it's a little bit better. And also, this is probably one of the better soundtracks in the series, period. So it's like, after like 5...
He said he doesn't ever want to hear a horn again.
Okay, well, we're going to get a little horny here. So you're going to have to be a little...
Oh, perfect. All right, let's switch on over to the gameplay. Nope. Not X-Blade, not Xenoblade Chronicles X. Yeah. We're gonna karaoke the new LA song for 2 hours.
Frank is such a bad host. He didn't even have Seed of Nostalgia queued up on the games there. Did you see that, James? You see this disrespect?
Oh man, that hurts.
Listen, because we don't have. I'm running through a bunch of quests because we forgot to beat Robin Hood. I have to run around a bunch and do a bunch of story stuff, so I was going to make sure we're going to get into talking a little bit more about that in a moment. But I will share the link now in chat too, just so you guys can check out the this is the Kickstarter for Seed of Nostalgia. Hell yeah, Fards Ruth. He said, all right, time to eat a gummy. Weed time. I don't know why referring to it as really good. like I feel like that's like it's like a rich CEO. They're like, all right, guys, it's weed time. Hey, thank you for the follow, brother. Welcome to the show. Thank you for the show.
Yo, Tyro, what's up, bro? What's up, bro?
All right,
What's going on,
let's
man?
see here. So we gotta first of all, we gotta make sure we do the we gotta make a new character so James can exist in the Dragon Quest III canon.
Hey,
There we go.
Nice.
It'll be interesting to look through like the stable of characters at the end of the series and just see every guest who was on here. Oh, that's a fun idea. Getting some experience.
I've got a slightly, maybe you could say it's a nerdy question, but James, do you have like a name that you give all your characters in video games, or like something similar to that?
Actually, no. Yeah, I mean, my preference usually is to just like pick whatever the character's real name is. Especially if like I already kind of become familiar with the franchise before I play the game. I don't know why, but I think it's why I always prefer fleshed out protagonists over silent protagonists too. I like to have like that real identity that the creators had, but not really. I mean, if it's a goofy game, I'll usually just put something ridiculous and stupid, or if it's a serious game, I'll just make up something that sounds brutal and cool.
Hell yeah. Oh, shit!
Oh,
Pete, thank you so much for all the gift subs. Holy shit, thank you so much. That's amazing. I can't stress how much I appreciate that. Thank you so damn much.
Big old kisses, man.
Hell yeah, kisses. To go visit, to say hi to all of us. Hell yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I just dropped that, and I'll pull the your Discord link again so we can share that for everybody.
That's so cool.
Hell yeah, no, I appreciate that so much. Thank you. I'm all about it. I'm so excited that we get to work together on this. And then I found out that you're a cool dude too. So like, I was like, oh, this is even better. Hell yeah. So you said you've been an active dev for this game for you did it by yourself for about 2 years. Was Seed of Nostalgia like an idea in a sketchbook for like a long time, or did you like kind of sit down and say like, okay, we're starting this and we're gonna build from this moment? Like, is it something you've been like thinking about like your whole life? Like, did it start as like a childhood dream, something like that?
I've always, I mean, my first love in life was video games, so I've definitely, I mean, I've always thought it would be cool to make video games, but
Thank you for the 3-month sub, Tyro.
The story and the idea for Seed of Nostalgia actually started in the pandemic when I had just way too much free time on my hands. And I actually was I was playing it was Trials of Mana, which I play a lot. I go back and play Seiken Densetsu a lot. It's one of my favorite games. And I was just hanging out playing the game, and I was thinking about the Mana series in general, and I kind of just had this idea of like, like whenever there's a game with like a world tree or that sort of element, the process of that game is always you like trying to find your way to that world tree or this holy natural land.
Let's
and I was like,
fucking go, boys.
It would be kind of cool if like your main characters like lived in that holy world tree, and then it played out in reverse where they have to go down into like the lands with civilizations and kingdoms and this mythology and lore that they had absolutely no clue about. And I thought it was really cool because I'm like, well, a character like that would be really relatable for a player because both you and the character would be completely naive to that entire world. And so that like feeling of discovering what the humanity and the politics and all of those things of the world would be new for both of them. So that's kind of what sparked the idea. And with just way too much time of just like sitting around and not really doing a lot, I just kind of fleshed the story out. But I was already making, doing game dev and working on some personal projects and some other stuff at the time. But I purposely didn't really want to tackle that one because it was just a little bit outside of like what I had learned to that point, and I knew it was just going to take more time than I probably would have been able to give it to finish it, especially as a solo dev, which is what I did for years. And so I just kind of kept it in my pocket and just sort of like wrote a little bit here and there, added more characters, kind of just like whenever I had a lot of free time, I would just kind of flesh this idea out. And I started working on a prototype for a top-down RPG,
Does
just a little bit
GenDev
over
have a
2 years
character
ago
in their
now.
game for those of us
And
that are genetically ignorant? Asking
I
for a friend.
had I was feeling a lot more confident because I had worked on another RPG before, so I was able to kind of start a project with a lot of code and like know-how on how to tackle that. So the project came to life pretty quick, and I was able to just start messing around with art and kind of nailing down this sort of 16-bit look, and everything was falling into place so much easier than previous projects that I had worked on. And so I just was I at a certain point I was like, I should just take that story that I've been tossing around in my head and actually just go for it. So I started working with that, and originally with a much smaller scope, basically just cutting out a lot of what it was and only keeping like this very strict sort of linear story of what it was. And when I started posting early marketing stuff, just screenshots and videos online on Reddit and Twitter and whatever, all of them started getting way more response from the public than I had ever seen before. And people were commenting, wow, this is insane. Where can I wish this, and this and that. And people reaching out, asking me for advice in game dev. And I just kind of had this gut feeling that I wasn't alone in like really wanting a real classic JRPG experience that's not just inspired by the classics, but kind of shooting for the moon of trying to live up to what actually made those games special. And I just decided to go full bore with it. So I made the plan to do the Kickstarter campaign. I started reaching out, trying to network and meet other people as much as I could, and ended up meeting the people who are now the team for Primitive Pixels. And it's just felt like stars were aligning basically the whole way since then. Everything has just really worked out, and here we are.
That's awesome, dude. That's so cool. That's awesome. That's a really cool story to see, hear that. So many ideas like that and stuff came out from those times that we all were just sitting around thinking about nothing during COVID and stuff like that. So it's cool to hear that was kind of born during those times.
Yeah.
So let's see. If you had to be one of these classes, which one would you think you would be? A warrior, a martial artist, mage, priest, merchant, gadabout, thief, or monster wrangler?
Warrior all the way. I mean, that's always my tried and true. Brute force. Who needs intelligence? Just need more muscles to dig the blade deeper into your body.
Amen. Let's see. Which one of these do you think is the one that speaks to you? Which one of these appearances?
Let me see, because I'm streaming here at 160p because my internet is so bad out here in the jungle.
160p. He's actually streaming from the past.
Yes, I really truly am. Here, let me increase it. Yeah, for those that don't know, I'm in South America right now on cell phone internet that is not at all doing me any favors. Okay, so which one of these? Let's see.
We got full helmet.
Go
ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, four. The one
Hell
with
yeah.
like the bull horns. I like
Hell
that.
yeah, I'm about it. All right, and then what color hair should we go with, you think?
Oh, let's see. Let's go with Sephiroth White.
Sephiroth White. Hell yeah. Truly you gotta have a good old man style warrior too. It's always such a good fucking thing.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna take that bait, Six. Also, James, 6S in the chat asks you if there's this is a ridiculous question, but he asks you if there's a character in your game for those of us that are genetically ignorant.
We aren't quite sure what he means by that, but maybe.
So is the character, is he wanting a genetically deficient character, or?
Yeah, basically, yeah. He's not sure. Yeah.
There is one character in the party that was added thanks to the Kickstarter campaign, whose main priority in life is to pick up heavy things and smash things with it.
Yes,
There you go.
there
That's
you
a
go.
perfect answer.
That's perfect 6. Fuck yeah.
No, Farnsworth. I'm like, no. Only in Pokemon do I slip my eugenics in. That's the only place that eugenics belongs. Is Pokemon.
So, would you describe this character's voice as earnest, cheeky, cowardly, cool-headed, passionate, comical, headstrong, gentle, aggressive, childish, shy, wild, reserved, determined, youthful, elegant, serious, or alluring?
Oh, we got to go alluring.
Mhm.
6, the guy who picks up rocks, is definitely the Floridian character,
Yeah, I was
for
gonna
sure.
say that was
Like,
already answered. Yeah.
Yes.
When I start going about phrenology, we had a bit about me being a phrenology guy for a while.
the bits never end. Gabe's definitely elegant. Hell yeah. Alright, so let's see here. Now we
I was really
can.
expecting. I'm shocked that John did not pun that. Actually, I'm like deeply shocked.
That's how you know the man's tired.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, John, have you ever thought about maybe doing a 5-hour energy anal repository? Or suppository? Suppository. Yeah, you're keeping it in your butt the whole time. Yeah.
Just got a whole different options there. Yeah, every flavor in the repository.
It's a bank. Yeah, it's a bank for these
Not
things.
the bank. Oh god. So, James, what would you say are some of the biggest games that inspired you as a game dev?
Yeah. So I suppose it kind of depends on what project I'm working on at the time. But for Seed of Nostalgia, the main inspirations were probably Chrono Trigger. For a lot of different reasons, art style, but also like how the scenario was paced in that game. I really feel like it's kind of the gold standard of absolutely no filler and just sort of hitting perfect story beats like every moment of that game. Lunar 2 is a big inspiration too, just for sort of the vibe, that heavy 90s kind of anime vibe. The combat system I liked a lot about Lunar 2. And like anime cutscenes, that was something we're going to have in the game, and that was pretty much directly inspired by that. Another one would be Golden Sun. Not sure if you guys are big Golden Sun fans too, but
I
I
fucking
like
love Golden Sun.
yeah, it's my favorite handheld
Joey,
JRPG.
am I supposed to become the king?
This is your accept or deny.
Yeah, I want to become the king. What the fuck?
Don't ask me
This
questions.
man's
It's your
just-
RPG.
All right.
Just handing over the kingship.
All right, cool. All right, hell yeah. Sure, why
I
not?
mean, you're my king. Why not?
Aw, what the fuck? Is it a new class?
Just shut up and find out. Play the fucking game, Frank.
Joey, what happens in the movie? No, what happens to that guy?
What happens next? What happens next, guys? What's gonna happen if I do this?
Okay.
What I
Joey's
really
our
like
12-inch king. He's a ruler.
Oh.
God.
The smallest amount of confetti ever released into the
There
air.
was a pretty small celebration there.
Yeah, it was.
I'm the king now.
It's dehydrated. So what I love about Eternal Blue, and I've kind of realized this as I was replaying it, is that it has like a really big Studio Ghibli vibe to it, like way more so than the first game does. Like,
Yeah.
What?
What's up?
All of my abilities have fucking... Are you suggesting His Majesty is some lowly court jester or spells? How perfectly ridiculous. Who ever heard of a king stooping to common magic tricks?
This is such a funny quest.
Don't
man. I
be
love this
silly.
so
A
much.
king would never stoop to carrying his possessions around himself. Careful
Okay,
now.
so-
His Majesty's rather fond of his current attack. This is actually kind of fucking cool.
If you like the puzzle aspect of Golden Sun, though, I do recommend Crosscode, because that game has like, I don't know, something about the puzzles in that game really gave me big big Golden Sun vibes.
I've always wanted to
It's
play
like-
that one. I've never played it.
Awesome.
Dude, it's
Oh,
Golden
so
Sun
good.
plus Windjammers. It's so sick.
Really?
That was a solo, yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Fuck
That
yeah.
was kind of a solo dev game too. I think the person who worked on it took like 7 years to make it. Is crazy.
Yeah. It's an ambitious one. Crosscode's really cool though. Yeah, I think Golden Sun, the puzzles definitely I like how they did that, but also just like minor amounts of like platforming and stuff too. I felt like Golden Sun did that really good, especially with like telekinesis, being able to like move things into position and then go to a different sort of like vertical level and be able to hop across to get through there. Like I like sort of movement based puzzles are probably the most fun for me.
Hell yeah! Like it's Golden Sun DS is actually good too because Shala mentioned this too. Golden Sun DS is actually pretty good, or Dark Dawn. The only thing is like I don't know, the art style of that one is just like it doesn't hit nearly as hard as that fucking amazing
Yep.
pixel art in the
Mhm.
GBA games. And it, like
Yeah, and the crazy thing about the pixel art and the Camelot style then too is that they were really heavy on pre-rendering 3D models and then crushing them down to these little tiny sprites and then sort of just touching them up with pixel art. And they with like little animations the characters do, like they kind of do that squash and stretch thing,
I love
when
the
they're like
squash and
surprised.
stretch,
It's like
yeah.
little bleep, 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 and has those perfect Camelot sound effects too. It just had like this bouncy kind of charm to it that's not, you don't really see that in anything else
so
too.
good. I think Saga Frontier 1 did the same thing. And with the sprites, them being models, excuse me, that were crushed down and spritified.
Yeah, I was actually just talking about this in voice chat on my with my Discord server, I think yesterday. But did any of you play the Camelot developed like Mario Golf RPG on the Game Boy Advance?
Oh yeah, that game fucks,
The
dude.
Camelot like
Yeah.
sports RPG games are so fucking good. Like they're
They're
They
so good.
are.
People talk shit about like, oh, Camelot's stuck in the Mario sports mines, but they're all bangers, man. Like,
Yeah, they're the best.
like that. Fuck, that's sick. Yeah, my issue with Golden Sun though is that like, man, the first one is like it's got to be one of the slowest intros to something ever, and it's got that like kind of
Yeah.
typical like kind of cool like town gets destroyed trauma thing that like every game in the late 90s had. But it just takes so long. So my suggestion is like, if anyone plays those games, just like have a little patience with it. Also, Sakuraba's like one of his better soundtracks for sure. The ones
Yeah.
where he can
Yep.
prove he can actually cook. Not like fucking 34 hours of the same Tails song that
Oh my
he
God.
usually gets.
We
Oh,
finally
yeah.
can go through this fucking door. I feel like this has been since the start of this game. We've been trying to do what we got to do to walk through this fucking door and get the key. And I'm like, oh, finally! Thank God.
That whole king thing was like probably was like kind of insane to have seen back in the day because there really wasn't much like that in RPGs back then. But like, it's completely optional too. Like that whole, like I said before, when you get the crown from Robin Hood, excuse me,
Robin Hood.
you don't have to bring it back. You can just keep it for the rest
Yeah,
of the game.
it's a good piece of equipment, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Going
I
back
love
to
that, like,
old games with long intros, always a bit of a challenge. Everything's been sped up in later games with the tutorials basically part of the intro, so you feel like you're in it immediately. Sometimes I have to relearn that patience. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I play a bunch of more modern stuff and I go back, it's like a little whiplashy.
Well,
Yeah.
one of the big things that like changed that paradigm was FF7 because like somebody on FF7's team read you should start Ed Medias Res and then they were like let's fucking do it and then like that whole intro is like that became the standard for RPGs kind of moving forward.
Mm.
I think that's why like a lot of the PS1 RPGs at that time, Xenogears, Legend of Dragoon, etc., they all start with like something big
Happening.
and like hugely happening, right? Like whereas you compare it to Lunar or Lufia or like what else? I mean, even games like Ease, like they started out pretty low stakes and gradually become bigger, I guess. Like the trauma
Save
doesn't
a cat,
happen
kill
until
God.
later.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, yeah,
Save the cat,
exactly,
kill
yeah.
God. Mm-hmm.
Sure. So I like kind of, people were talking a bit about this in when I was playing Claire Obscure, but I do think it's interesting to see how the genre always has those sort of, like those like keystone games, or
Mm-hmm.
touchstone games, like, and that like so many things try to rip off, like Persona 5, FF7. uh I don't really know what would be in the 7th gen, FF13. I don't fucking know, like, but either way, there's a lot of those kind of Chrono Trigger,
Man, those
Okay,
mushrooms were
so
no truffle at all.
oh
It's when I'm not expecting it. Oh wait, that's when
yeah.
it hits me the hardest. I'm just like, "Blah."
Oh yeah. Oh, for 7th gen, yeah, Dark Souls for sure, for sure. That's a good point.
Yeah, that's a big one.
So to talk about the Lunar remakes, they're not remakes, they're just remasters, and the scripts are the same. The scripts are the same, they just changed a couple things here and there.
Okay, well that's
Um,
good.
like they got rid of the Bill Clinton joke, but a lot of the 90s isms in the working design scripts are still there.
Okay,
The
that's good.
casual misogyny, the like
Super
Star
chill.
Wars jokes.
Mm-hmm.
The some of it's really funny, some of it's like, okay, man, we get the reference. It's sort of a meme game in some ways, but
Mhm.
like you're basically, the TLDR here is that if you liked the working design script, if you like the silliness, which some people don't like the liberties that working designs took,
Mhm.
then you're gonna still like the remakes, or the remasters. But if you didn't like the working design stuff, then you're gonna be disappointed. Yeah. Like I said, yeah, they didn't. Oh, all they did was they took out the R slurs, man. It's not that big of a loss.
Okay,
You
yeah.
could pretend Ron Farr calls somebody an ableist slur. It's okay.
That's what
It's
people were
alright.
mad about. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's good to
Yeah,
hear that
because
most of the the vibe is intact, because like it was, like you said, it was kind of cheesy and everything, but it was like it's where it still sits in my head. Like that's my game, you know.
right, yeah, like my theory is kind of like, I have mixed feelings about uh the way that working designs handled the scripts and especially the game balance, but at the same time, it is this weird period in the timeline of RPGs that I think needs to be, observed and put to the forefront. You know what I'm saying? Oh no, you're fine, P. I was just clarifying. I didn't mean to actually you either. That's just like, yeah, I don't know. Just in case people didn't know, I wanted to clarify.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Oh yeah, Oblivion's a good case of that too.
yeah, that's crazy that it's like still built on those old bones with how much they changed and how good it looks. That was kind of crazy when I found that out.
I was saying
Yeah,
this. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just happy to see when Oblivion, just dropped the remaster. I was like instantly started seeing Oblivion remaster glitch compilations and like all
yeah,
this
yeah.
buggy physics, and I was like, yes, we are
Yes, we're
back.
back, baby. And they kept in some of they kept in some of the voice acting stuff too. Like that was when I was watching that thing that I was like, okay, they understand some of like what makes Oblivion still stand out now that we have, all these different Elder Scrolls games and different fans and stuff. They didn't take away the funky stuff that I think we all still really enjoyed.
I skeeted about this, but I was like, and it's funny that you mentioned that, James, because this is the exact thing I was going to say, is that like, I skeeted this thing that was like, I'm not fucking touching Oblivion unless while I'm talking to an NPC, I clip through the ground and 7 things overlap. And then I'm like, I go to swing on a wolf and I like, the game borks out and then I suddenly have max stat points for some reason. And then like if that shit doesn't happen, unplayable video game,
Yeah. Guards melting through walls in floating T poses. Oh,
yeah,
dude,
that happened in like 5 seconds to me in Claire Obscure. I like jumped on this environmental object and my character was like, like stuck in like a Parkinsonian animation. It was awesome.
Houdini. We found Houdini. Thank God.
Houdini, yeah, hell
Houdini.
yeah. You put 1,000 hours into Oblivion back in the day, dude. You and Onyx both. I don't know if Onyx is still here. I skated about this too, but that was like a huge depression game for me. I got like the all the achievements on Xbox like in one of the darkest periods of my life. In that game, it's like all I did for like a month was play that.
Truly. Names get more ridiculous as you go along. Yeah, I enjoy all the monster names so far. Every time I find one, I'm like, hee 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 hee.
Well, actually, when I know Onyx. That's why that's the bit, because it breaks the game so bad you could move.
Did you get the fucking baguette outfit?
That's what I did, dude. I was dying in the cutscene, like the most serious like cutscene, and I'm wearing these fucking this mime suit with a baguette strapped to my back like Cloud's Buster Sword. Oh, Droopy came in the chat and he's like, "Is this the baguette RPG?" While I'm literally wielding a baguette.
Like, thank God.
Whew. Yeah, well, that's how we know we're playing a real video game.
Sure, exactly. Yeah, the good old loading screens. Fucking threw me. It's a jarring in the best way, I think.
Baguette.
Oh. If you kill someone with a baguette, is that assault with a Bradley weapon?
Oh.
Redley weapon? Oh my.
All right, Dad.
But speaking of baguette, just you murdered everyone. Baguette it up, John. Armor. I love that slowly but surely, chat gets stronger every time John makes a pun, and they're starting to strike back. Joey
is supposed to be going west, but instead he's going east. So I don't know what's going on here. So turn into a baguette.
True story. They did turn the character into a baguette. Also, yesterday, I don't know how somebody in our server, somehow the topic got brought up of like what the main character would be without any arms. I think it's because he has a cloak that kind of covers his arms when he's just standing there. And so somebody ended up painting like this whole illustration of my main character with no arms, and his pants just go all the way up over his shoulders. And he just has a piece of paper that says help taped to his chest and like a little RPG status effect little symbol next to him that says armless.
That's what you never want to get.
Well, one of my least favorite status effects in RPGs has got to be like quadriplegia. Like that's one of the worst things that could ever happen to you.
Get disarm.
I still think like the little mushroom spore from Earthbound is the worst.
Oh God, that one. Hey, thank you for the follow, Bakusan. What did John do? What did I miss? John, what'd you do? I didn't even...
Hurt Joey, as usual.
You made him leave. Hey, Brody, thank you for the 2 gift subs, my dude. Much appreciated.
I didn't leave, man. I just like I had to bash my head against my table.
Oh my God. We gotta make it daytime. It's about time for fucking daytime out here in Portugal.
Portuga, rather. Portuga. It's definitely not Portugal.
Portuga. We gotta come on down to Portuga.
Portuga. Yeah, it's like I love how. Okay, so all the areas in this game are based off of real world locations, and the map in the game, the world map, it mirrors the globe. But I like to think that all, like, because obviously they changed the names, Portugal to Portuga, whatever. I like to think that those names are just how Floridians pronounce the real world locations.
It's probably pretty close, honestly.
The entire state of Florida does not know the English language. It's a different language. They speak a different language.
Yeah,
Like it's
our
a
own-
dialect.
Got our own thing figured out.
Got our own thing figured out. Hell yeah! Don't tread on my pronunciation, man.
Don't tread on my pronunciation.
I heard there aren't any ducks in Portugal. There's only Portuguese.
And the chat levels up again.
John! I have to fill my water up. Jesus Christ. You gave me instant dry mouth.
You gave a man who smokes weed every 20 minutes cotton mouth, John. Can you
my
believe that?
God.
I don't think that's an accomplishment.
Well, like he hasn't. He's probably so used to it that he probably hasn't actually gotten cotton mouth in so long. But you did it to him. God damn.
Made him feel it. Oh,
John, when's the last time you smoked a weed?
I've never smoked a weed.
You never smoked, but didn't you do? What about edibles?
I have in states that's allowed.
Did you just like? Is that allowed in Florida? Can you eat an edible
Medically, if you have a medical card.
Doing some marijuanas.
Doing a couple marijuanas.
Yeah, true.
The
Just a
joke
couple
was
2-3
pretty
marijuana.
foul.
Oh, that was a foul joke.
God. Alright. Let's see. We got some more equipment we can get here. We got to get more whips.
Oh,
it's very important.
Oh, okay. So John and I technically, John was in one of my YouTube videos. P. I made a video, funny enough, about Dragon Quest III, and in it I used a little clip of John. It's my favorite thing. It's my favorite part of the video.
Oh,
So
just
technically-
because I have it and you don't, or whatever. That was so good. The John jump
Yeah.
scare.
Johnny jump scare. I've been telling
Johnny
John to make,
jump scares. Oh my god.
I've been telling John to make content for so long, like some kind of, I don't know, like.
You should review like shitty analog horrors on your channel, Johnny Jump Scares.
No, John reviewing
Advertised to like
sugar-free
14-year-old.
soda.
Sugar-free soda.
Well, look, cause John does a lot of like retro repair mod stuff, and I was like, dude, you should record that shit, like with your hog out, of course.
Of course.
Yeah. So, but he says, no, Joey, that's absurd. And I said, John, hogs out, dogs out. See, that's why there's barking. John Applier. Hell yeah.
Hello everyone, I'm John Applier. Today we're modding a Game Boy Advance to have an SP screen.
Hell yeah, Drewby. That's the shit that we need.
That's
John,
like the
come to that bit.
fucking butterfly effect affecting John. Like
Johnny Butterflies.
Johnny who?
I think you could do that too, Drewby. That would fucking rule. Let's get another shield.
I love the concept of John being like a sleeper YouTuber. Like he has like a second life as like the most successful YouTuber and just doesn't want anyone to know about it. Like,
Yeah, it's like not he doesn't have his face on it.
Yeah, he comes to this stream because he just wants to avoid the fame.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he does not do mod videos, P. I've just been telling him to do it. I've been trying to bully him into making something sick.
Shiro! It's Shiro time, folks. Chat is demanded.
It's okay. Post dog. Post hog.
Shiro!
Oh, Shiro.
Hello, my boy. You're so
Fucker.
famous. Hello, my
Oh.
sweet boy. Oh my
I
goodness.
I love how he has like the body of a hot dog.
Dude,
Like
he's
an actual sentient hot dog.
It's crazy because he's literally the biggest Come on, up here. I know you're good and you
He's
want to
got the
sit.
body of a hot dog, but the heart of a bratwurst.
Look at that. That's a
Hell yeah.
bratwurst if I ever seen one. You
No,
can.
that's just
You want
a
one
rat,
more? You want
okay?
one more because you're good?
What a
Okay.
cutie.
Sit. Good boy.
Do you think that Shiro and Riker would get along?
Shiro doesn't care about other dogs. Like, he might.
Yeah, Riker kind of
But
doesn't either.
Shiro's entirely like a people dog. Like he
Yeah,
always,
that's
I
right.
have friends who are like, "Oh, our dog should meet" and stuff like
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
and I'm like, "Yeah, we could," but like, he is just immediately like, yeah, but look, there's Joey, and I want to be his friend. Get out of my way, dog.
Ooh.
You missed him? Hold on, Droopy. You can see him for a
Dogs in
second.
the chat.
Come on. You can see a tiny little. Well, no, he has a big giant head actually.
Oh yeah, that's
There
what I
you
love
go.
about corgis. I love my favorite breeds of dogs are dogs with big heads. That's why I love pits.
Dogs with big heads are immediately fantastic. Wow, my fucking.
Riker has a fucking Tyrannosaurus Rex head, bro.
I love me a big head, like head
No
big.
thought?
Yeah, no thoughts, big head.
Yeah.
Not
Well,
a
that might be
yeah.
fun.
I'll look at Riker sometimes and I'll be like, "There's not a single thing that goes on in your head."
No, not
You
one.
don't even think.
Hey, thank you for the follow, JDeck. And hell yeah, I'm glad everyone enjoyed the Shiro. He likes the attention and the pepperoni. It's the only time I give him such a shitty treat. So I know I'm like, but you gotta perform, man. You're a
Dance,
star.
puppet.
Yeah, you're a star. Oh, big sip.
Big flip.
Time for
Ooh,
some big
big
water,
water.
hydrate. I actually, for once, don't have
Big water.
my big water on me. Get your water in. Alright. So, I think I got everything I want. I want to keep Frankie Buns with the boomerang just so he can hit multiple
Yeah,
groups.
you want. Well, that plus the my Monster Hunter, my Monster Wrangler shit has been I
Oh,
I
yeah.
got so Monster Hunter pilled recently because of Wilds.
We gotta fight tempered rare arch-tempered
I did it
Radow.
already.
Was it fun?
I did it
Or was
already.
it easy like most of the
It's
game?
still easy. Yeah,
Okay.
it's a little
Sounds
harder.
great.
It's a little harder, but like yeah, my plan I was gonna play with some friends and then I ended up just putting it just like whipping it on and just doing everything in it.
Mhm.
Oh, I didn't do the quest for what's her name's glasses though. I forgot to
So you
finish
fucked
that.
up. You fucked
I know,
up.
man.
I know. I gotta get out and do that. Great. We are safe.
The thing is, I think a lot of people change the glasses and they get off instead of getting on. So it's like it's a hard life. Yeah.
It really it doesn't do a good thing for them. It takes away from them. Gets them
Yeah.
off the game.
Mhm,
Well,
mhm.
gets them off, but off the game too.
Yeah, true. Yeah. No, I got really addicted to the series again for the first time since Try after Wilds. I went back and I went
Nice.
through World and Rise and it's been sick.
What the fuck?
James, you ever-
should've played.
you ever
I'm
fuck
always
with that?
down to play Rise.
Monster Hunter?
yeah.
Or
Yeah, I love Monster Hunter. I've been playing it since the second game.
Hell yeah.
oh my god, that's Boomer. I love it.
Same.
Since Dose?
Yeah, and I
Oh.
think like the PSP
Whoa.
games is probably when I like really, really lost control of that addiction and
I
got
feel
super
you.
obsessed. And then
Mhm.
I pretty much tapped into each of them and like had a good time with it. I actually haven't played Wilds just because I haven't really been playing anything because I've been so busy with the game. But it looks pretty awesome. I mean, I heard there was like some performance issues on PC, so probably not the worst to like wait that out a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love the series. One of my favorite games to play multiplayer on.
Hell yeah, man. Okay. Wait, Frank, do you have Rise on PlayStation?
I don't on PlayStation. Rise. Did they put it on PlayStation eventually?
Yeah.
I have it on
yeah.
PC and Switch. But,
Yeah, I have it
okay.
on Switch and PS, yeah.
Oh wow, I thought they just put it on PC. I didn't know they put it on PlayStation as well. That's cool.
Yeah, I was gonna grind out the plats for World and Rise and then
Oh, okay, yeah, Plats. That makes sense.
What do
Yeah,
the
well-
platinums look like on those?
oh, you gotta get all crowns, that's what sucks. So all
Oh,
big and little
God
crown.
damn.
Yeah, that's really bad.
Wilds
Other
has
than
a
that,
way to
it's
check,
pretty easy.
thankfully, so it's a little bit better than in some of the other games.
Oh yeah. Wilds has like ability to reset Wilds is very easy. Wilds is like maybe it's if you're really efficient, you could do the whole thing in like 40 hours, but like World and Rise are easy 200 plus hours, easy.
Yeah.
But I was just kind of going through the story and shit. Oh yeah, you gotta hydrate, bro. That hydrate affects everybody.
Everybody.
John and I see John sipping that water. James, let's see you sip that water, James.
I have been. I've got my giant. I crack up too because I have this like background filter thing on. So when I hold up like my bottle here, it's totally invisible.
Oh
and you
my
can't
God.
See it until,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
until the tip of it comes like right to the lips, and then it becomes visible.
I just thought that's with what like it was like out there. You know, it just looks like that.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. New armor.
Yes. Wow, the HD2D treatment on this looks so good too.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's bothering me that your characters are stuck
The electric.
in the electric.
It's
yeah.
just like,
I love that you guys started hitting iron instantly.
yeah.
That's
Dude,
I
it's like
I usually
Pavlov's
do-
bell with that fucking sound with me. I'm immediately someone should just like play that through my Alexa occasionally, and I would get up and go to the gym every time. I bet. Like,
I used to do the chin-ups, but I don't have my second camera set up, and so like that's my excuse to be lazy. I find the best excuses to be lazy about it. So there we are.
Ruby, you should definitely do the new guy.
The new guy's terrible. Just I mean, American Pie 2 is bad too, but like
Yeah, it's.
you gotta just hit him like that. Yeah.
Ooh, did I just get a new fucking boomerang? Oh, baby. Wait, oh, I already had an edged boomerang. All right, well,
You can give it to somebody else.
that's true. That is true. How much did I? Oh, that barely took any of my health. Okay, big fucking deal then. Yeah. Boom.
What you got? You got that edge boot? You gonna edge on the boomer? No, come on, it's disgusting.
No,
do
you
edgy
can't
boomerang.
use it.
Yeah, you can cast what's the fucking I forgot the name. Oh, sanction. No, I forgot. What's the name of this spell? Safe passage.
Yeah.
I forgot what it's called in the remake or the newer versions. Yeah.
I love having this key. I'm just busting into every place I shouldn't be. This is great.
Drewby, just use a torrent, brother. I know that you're in the year 2003 perpetually, but they had those in 2003. They actually might just be able to find it in an archive. Just search like the name of the episode. You should play the 7th Saga instead of watching 7th Heaven though. We were talking about
That's
that
it.
before
You,
the
you
stream.
need to somehow make a joke of that in the video.
Yeah, no 7th Heaven, only 7th Saga.
Yeah.
Go to hell.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh, here we go. Finally, we're meeting another king. Yet another.
Didn't the actor who played the dad on 7th Heaven get busted for some?
Yeah, he got Omega canceled for good reason too. Yeah, he was being a piece of shit.
So
The
weird.
Seventh
Oh,
Seal, hell yeah, hell yeah,
Or they
bro.
send us on a quest for spice. It's a big waste of time.
Oh,
John.
John. Oh, that's the stinky one, Johnny.
God.
Yeah, you got to play chess with death. Actually, that'd be kind of dope. It's like a Castlevania chess spin-off where you have to play against death.
Thank you,
Let's
Hobo.
fucking go.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
What's up, buddy? Welcome to the stream. A clip of an actor who was in just one episode. Oh wow, that's a deep cut. Hell yeah, that's perfectly Drewby. I appreciate that. Leave the royal missive.
You are the second person for whom I have written such a missive.
They put this compressor on all the voice acting in this game that bothers me.
It is
James, you
kinda
do audio
weird.
shit too, right? You probably noticed this stuff.
Yeah. I think they're trying to hit that sort of like, 90s compression that had to be there because the file sizes had to be so
It's so
small.
small, yeah.
But it's like, I mean, I get it. Like, I'll do stuff like that sometimes just to be like, oh, well, it's probably going to sound cooler if I make it sound that way. And then it's just like, why did it took so much more work to make it sound shitty.
You're right. Then it
And
would
I
be to
just
make it
use the
sound
high
good.
quality thing and just leave it.
Yeah, I feel that. I definitely feel that.
Stand in his way.
That's the ultimate. I call that the indie rock curse. You know,
Indie rock
Yeah.
curse.
that's pretty much what happens. You
work
go
twice as
analog
hard
and
to make it sound twice as bad.
yeah, exactly. Analog is a journey, man, without a destination.
Show the letter to the dwarf Nordy.
It sounds fine in the PS5, but no, it fucking doesn't, Drew. Me, it's the same sound. About to put you over my knee and spank
It's
you.
my favorite romance, honestly.
No, mine is Tetsuo and Drewby. That one is so good.
My favorite love triangle.
I just try to, you know.
Hey, see you later, Tyro. Thanks for stopping in,
Love
man.
you too, buddy. Thanks for hanging, man. Take care.
Appreciate it. Thanks for the subs again, dude. Appreciate the hell out of it. All right. Now we gotta go speak to a dwarf about some spices. It seems.
This is Frank's quest to start his spice business. Actually, Tetsuo, you have a loving, beautiful relationship, and only two absolute fucking nerds.
Man, trust me. Then we were all beating each other up with lightsabers in a dojo. I felt all that Final Fantasy 11 come out. It was beautiful.
Did they really?
Yeah, we all did. We all went.
Oh, dude, I would have paid good money to see that.
It was a really good, stupid time. It was great. We had a whole like dojo to ourselves because Tatsuo was a karate instructor, and all the kids were gone for like break or something like that. So he was like, we could just like take this place over and beat each other up with some nice lightsabers. And I was like, why the fuck not? Let's do it. Hell yeah.
Damn, that water looks great.
Yeah, it does. It was definitely like my inner child was like appreciating it. Yeah, we do.
Is it true that like one of the biggest struggles with like, I guess, visuals and aesthetics is trying to get the right look for water?
Water is definitely one of those things.
Yeah, I mean, it depends because like if you're doing like a total straight up pixel art game, it's not too bad. Like it'll take some time to like hand draw sort of like waves and splashes and shimmers and like kind of lay over it. But if you want something more dynamic, then you have to use shaders, and that's when it gets really crazy. Like in here, it's even crazier because they're using, it's like a 3D substance that sort of has its own physics that are emulating, and then a shade, like multiple shaders on top, so that it has that sort of like shining transparency. So like that, yeah, that's like probably the most complex thing that's happening in this engine is the water by far.
Yeah, I feel like that's always the case. It's like I don't know, man. It's like the guitar tone of video game graphics. It's like something that people like put way too much effort in that like only 5 nerds realize is like super high effort. You know what I mean? Like and it looks cool to people, but it's like it's one of those. I don't know. I always try to keep an eye out for that kind of shit when I see water in games. Once I like learned a little bit about that.
And at this point, it's like something that we all look at in video games too. It's like, you know, it's almost the one thing where you can base your feelings about the graphics of the game just based on like how hard they went on the water too.
Yeah.
But I was actually just watching maybe a few weeks ago. I developed like a translated interview with some Japanese developer. I can't remember who it was, but he was talking about how he's always the one who gets stuck sort of planning and developing the shaders for water in game, and he was saying that even though I've done this for 10 different projects, every time I have to start making water, it feels like I've never done this before in my life. Because nothing that I did before works in this project, and somehow like the math it's always some giant challenge. And so he was joking about how like he's just never going to feel like he's actually proficient at it, even though he's done it so many times.
That's more like Nerdy's Grotto. Am I right, guys?
Fucking got him.
Got his ass.
Hey, Joey.
What, John?
Where does a mansplainer get his water from?
Oh, well, actually. Got your ass. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, dude. Let's go. That's the only time John's ever been parried.
Yo, Hunter did once too.
Oh, damn. Oh, fuck yeah.
And that was the one that was like fucking 4 puns in one. I forget what it was. It was like an aggressive barbarian or some shit.
Just
like
chain comboing puns.
Dude, it was insane. Like, oh, there's all right. Well, nothing in here. Cool. Glad they. Glad they
Sorry,
put that.
what?
I was just saying, glad they put that well there for me.
No, no,
Very
no, no,
good.
no. You did the same thing that I did. This is why, because he opens the path in it. No,
Oh,
no, no,
okay,
NPC,
gotcha. I'm like, what the fuck?
I think there's like something with
Train
this NPC in it because I did the same. Or no, I think what I did was I talked to the NPC and then he goes to this other area and then I went in the well and then he like resets. It was funky. I remember just
the dwarf.
messing
What do you
something
want
up.
with me, boy? If you've no business here, clear off.
Fucking pull that missive out, baby. Frankie Buns, my dearest Nordy, I hope
Pull
this
that missive
issue
out.
finds you well. I most humbly request that you guide the bearer of this letter safely through the belly of the mountains. He is heading for Baharata on my behalf. I fucking hate fighting that guy. It sounds like a Monster Hunter monster for sure.
It does sound like a monster.
Baharata, like...
He puts poison on you, like
Yeah.
without you even having to get hit by it.
Yeah. Fucking
It's got like an
annoying.
aura of it. Yeah, some
Mhm.
bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you break the left tongue on his tail, that's the one that controls the poison. So
Yeah, right. There's no indication of that at all.
No,
but
never, yeah.
That's how that works.
yeah, no, if one random NPC in the corner of the town, if you talk to them during one specific time in the game, they'll mention it.
Wait, fuck what? Balahara. That's what.
That's
it is.
what it's
the
making me
worm.
think
It's
of,
the
yeah.
worm thing in or the worm
Sandworm
crocodile
and-
thing.
yeah.
In Wilds. Yeah. I was like, I know that is actually legitimately familiar. Like,
that was 100% what it was. It was
Yeah,
that
hell
I was
yeah,
like,
no.
oh, okay.
we got there. We got there.
Together.
Wait
I
there
love
a
that.
second.
For us.
The Yowie fanfic continues.
It'll never end.
I'm just so glad I'm a green-haired baddie in this game, man. You know, that's all that really matters. And Emerald, or not Emerald Beyond, Eternal Blue has a green-haired baddie as well. So you know, the
Yeah.
through
Don't
line
be
here.
misconstruing my accents, all right? I'm only doing this because the King of Portoga asked me to.
I don't like how he says that one.
Kind of never been
No, like the voice acting is a little.
no exception.
It's a little
Don't expect
doofy,
my
but it's kind of
way.
Yeah, I
endearing
mean-
too.
Yeah, it's supposed to be kind of goofy, but it's like it's kind of like a weird middle ground between like not actually being corny and still being corny, and it's like it's fine, you know,
In you go.
it's
This
fine.
is the way into the passage through to the east.
All right. Off we go then. The adventure continues. Are gonna be any fucking monsters in here, man? Come on, I'm trying to fight some monsters, man. Got some coagulant. At least I got that. At least I have that going for me. A box of coagulants.
Mm. Yeah, that's a clot of things that you just picked up.
We doing the blood puns again?
Yeah,
Fucking,
here
we
go
did. We
again,
got
John.
3 in a row. That was wild.
Now I'm under pressure.
John!
I love you guys. Oh shit. Oh good lord. That's it. It's time to call some fucking monsters.
Wait, hold on. Call the monsters. Call the monsters.
Yeah, we're calling monsters. I hope
We're gonna be Ludic. We're gonna be Ludic. Hold
Okay,
on.
gotcha. Here you go.
Oh, we did it.
Oh,
John.
Fuck!
the
Got
slide
John a
whistle.
little slide whistle. Yeah.
Slide whistle got me. It's canon. That's how you call the monsters now. That's beautiful. Holy shit.
Yeah, no, I have to do this every time. Sorry.
God, no. Boss fights are going to be rough. Imagine how
Yeah.
less tense that last fight. We got down to like a single character, like everyone dead, no MP, and Joey clutched it in the last second. And with that move, so if that's what you were doing the whole time, I don't know if I could have handled that. I
Dude,
would have
that
just
happened
broke.
With Rekich's character in Saga 2, like literally the entire team was dead and he survived for like 4 turns with 2 HP and beat the final boss with like literally like
Holy
single
shit.
digit.
Fucking goated,
What?
man. That's wreckage
He's
for
my
you.
boy. Yeah.
We love a little wreckage.
I was determined to beat that game without any grinding, and I got to the final boss, and I was like, "Uh-oh."
Like, oh no, I might have made a mistake.
Yeah, it's like the
Yeah.
whole game is easy except the final boss, and he's like fucking absolutely tweaked the fuck out. Like it's, but that's Saga, baby.
Yeah, that's.
you know.
I mean,
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
Saga Frontier 2, the game's famous for people
Yep.
just getting soft locked.
Right, like the entire. I was saying this when I was playing through it on stream, but like the entire game is in preparation for the final boss.
Yeah,
Good
pretty
luck,
much.
Drew.
All right, boys, it's been fun, but it's time for me to dip. Gotta suffer through the new guy. Pray for me. I'll report my findings tomorrow night on stream. Fuck yeah, good. Finally, the new guy is a terrible movie, but boy howdy is it a watch. Like,
I love shitty movies as much as good
Me
movies.
too.
You know, like
thanks for hanging
Oh,
out, Ruby. Love you, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love watching a shitty movie for the sake of watching like a shitty movie and getting some friends together and just jamming on it.
MST3K it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
You gotta
totally.
you gotta go from the Bergman to the trauma. You know, like that's
you
like
yeah,
know
the-
me,
yeah.
I'm a trauma man.
Yeah.
Me too.
Hell yeah.
yeah. Oh, again, adding to the Yowie fanfic for this for the channel.
Yeah, we should do a movie night. That would be fun. I want to do more like watch parties and shit on the Discord where we can all get together and do that kind of shit. It's coming. We're working on it. I'm working on more stuff, cool stuff. So that's definitely
Yeah,
in
that
the list
sounds
of
fun.
things I want to do.
So you just got Holy Protection, which also helps with random income. Oh, you should be using Padfoot.
You're right. I should be.
Yeah,
should
it'll save you a whole lot of time.
Joey, I
That's why
have
we
to,
went-
I have to grind, Joey. What am I going to do if I don't? I'm just kidding. I know.
You're like before you finish. I'm just, yeah, I know.
Listen.
What am I said this last time, but for the new folks, Frank does this thing where he's like, whether it's in confirmation of something or adding on something, he'll be like, "Listen," and you can hear the ellipses after it. It's
They're
awesome.
there.
Cloud, dude, we got
Ooh,
Cloud.
We got Cloud Strife.
That's raining.
Cloud Strife.
Brr.
Look at that health pool.
He's thick, man. So, what they did was instead of having those like monster betting things that were in the original Dragon Quest III, they made like collectibles for these monsters around the world, and like little hubs, like that Frank was just in on the world map and stuff. And you can like find these all these monsters, and you can go to the arena and battle them, and like sort of semi-controlled. So it's kind of like ogre battle almost, like the or unicorn overlord maybe, like the way that the battles play out in it. It's like
Mm.
you know,
You
it's
have
pretty
some
cool, but
input, but not a ton.
yeah, it's cool. It's like a little underdeveloped, but like at the same time, that's kind of the point. You
And
know,
it
'cause
ties into the
it's-
new character class too, the one that Joey is.
Yeah, which is so busted.
It's really
so
good.
busted.
It's been very helpful to have.
Like they made the game harder in some aspects because they added bosses where there were no. A prayer ring, hell
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
They added that recovers MP. They added bosses where there no longer were. Enemy patterns are a little more advanced. It seems like enemies get more turns. Maybe I don't know. Some enemies do. I don't fucking know. But it doesn't. It's not an amazing balance because, holy shit, can you get busted like without really even having to grind in this? But like it's Dragon Quest III. It's not like the game is like a try-hard RPG. You know.
I always prefer to like have the capability of getting totally busted and just like decked out,
Yeah,
as
if you-
opposed to like when the balancing is designed to like keep you at the
Scale with-
same consistent level of challenge the whole way through. It just I like that power fantasy of,
Mhm.
of being able to feel totally broken if I find the right stuff or build the characters the right way.
Yeah, I'm with you. So I think it does depend on the game and what the mechanics are like for me. But like I think the thing that really tickles the brain the most for me is like the way that Saga does it. Like because enemies in most of the games scale up to you, and the game is constantly like trying to push you to not like grind in a conventional sense. But like if you
Yeah.
know little tricks of the system, you can get busted. It's like sort of like Elden Ring too. You know, you can like if you know where a really good item is, you can go run up and prioritize it and get
Yeah,
a
totally.
technique early. Like I love oh god, I love shit like that so much. Like
Yeah.
that gets me going, man.
Yeah, me too.
Fucking going.
And you know what? DQ3 is a little like that as well, because it's like if you, there are some items you can, because this game is fairly open. There are a lot of things that you can prioritize and all that kind of stuff, and like if you know what classes to run, and but yeah, I don't know. Like, I do think that the balance is a little too ridiculous, and I hate. One of my least favorite things is when people are like, well, just don't use the monster wrangler class. It's like,
Yeah,
okay,
no.
yeah, like that. Oh, you know, fuck you. Yeah, like that's not the reason why I'm complaining. Like,
Especially
yeah.
when like the class itself is cool, so like you want to use it, and it's like, yeah, just don't use it. It's like, well, that would, yeah, great. That just removes like one
Ignore the
whole
new
chunk of
class
play.
they made.
Exactly.
Like,
Like a self-imposed challenge does not make like a game's challenge more like
appealing.
yeah, or like relevant, you know.
Yeah.
It's like it's like playing Mega Man and being like, oh shit, well the final boss is extremely hard with just the Buster, but he's really easy using weapons. It's like, okay, well yeah, because you were just only using the Buster. You wanted to do that. Like that was your self-imposed challenge. Like the game
Yeah.
is designed so where you don't have to use the weapons if you don't want, but like that doesn't mean that like like
do
it
4 white
changes the
mages.
context.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 white mages. Exactly,
make life
Onyx.
fierce.
It always comes back to Pokemon. You know?
Time. All right. No.
I don't like how these mountains look. These look weird. They look like Quest 64.
Yeah, I feel like you said that, and I
Oh, God,
immediately
Quest
was kind of
64,
like,
no.
yeah, I see what you're saying. Who had played Pokemon? Joey, it's a uniform.
No, I know. I know.
Come on, let's get him.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying that we always come back to Pokemon. You know? Whether through eugenics or phrenology, it always comes back to Pokemon.
One way or another.
Okay, to be fair, there's an aspect of eugenics in this game too, because your personalities that dictate your stat growths. And yeah, you can get items and shit to change them, but like then you got to go through the game up until that point to do it. So does it really change? You know, like one is obviously more superior than the other. You know, so I'm sorry. This is a joke. It's a joke. Our personality is eugenics. I would say if you're racist, yes. If you are racist, yes. That is, yeah.
Oh my god, you did 62 damage. You guys are pretty strong, actually, in this area.
You fought these before.
Have
Remember
I?
the other? Yeah. Remember because I made that I went on that diatribe about new metal and then the band Il Nino.
Oh yeah, you're right. Holy shit.
Yo, oh man.
Because they're called Hell Nino. Yeah, dude, that's what I was saying. Okay, so like, hear me out. I'm just asking questions. No, so like, one of the big things that people are doing now is kind of like, I don't know, like the go-to joke now is Limp Bizkit, right?
Yeah.
And it's like Limp Bizkit's like we talk enough about Limp Bizkit. Let's bring up the more obscure new metal that was like a specific type of bad, right? Like Il Nino is kind of one of those bads, right?
Yeah.
Yes, Armor. It's wishlistable on Steam. Let me grab you the link really quick.
Yeah, Farnsworth, it's called ludonarrative racism. You know, that's what that is. But like low key, like okay, so in FF14, you know, I'm like, I have not in real life 0% racist. In FF14, 100% racist because every race other than like higher or here or whatever the fuck the humans is heinous. You know.
I love the like Right, guys?
No,
Like
that's
Right?
remnants of my Midwestern, my Middle
Seriously?
Eastern Midwestern.
Hey, FIFA, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. How you doing tonight? So we're just, man, we gotta fucking trek through this area, honestly. We got a bit to go. I actually kind of like that instead of everything being, like, closely grouped on the world map, there's a little bit of distance, so you have some of those stretches where you actually have to be like, oh shit, I'm going through resources like it's a dungeon.
What's
Hell yeah.
your guys' preferences on like overworld map battles versus none?
Ooh, I think it depends on the game and like what the okay, because if dungeons are like highly dangerous and big tests of your resource, then having a world map without encounters, like a safer world map, kind of feels a little better. But if the game is like more universal, like Dragon Quest, I think functions a lot better when the world map has encounters on it, right?
Yeah.
Because it makes those like those fast travel points even more sweet when you hit them, right?
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Mhm.
It definitely incentivizes those for sure.
Right, and anything that makes you backtrack for like a story reason without like a, you know, I don't mind backtrack, like having to go back through a dangerous area again after you've gone through it, because I feel like sometimes that adds to the tension of something for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
most of the time, I don't think games do like an amazing job of that. You know,
Yeah.
what about John and Frankie? What do you guys got?
I like it when it's balanced. If the encounter rate is too high, it gets annoying after a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if they give you something like they do here, like Padfoot, to bring it back down, it's helpful.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you gotta have some way to, like, bring down random encounters if you need it. I hate when a game has nothing at all to manipulate encounter rates.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if it's cranked like this,
Hi.
like the pacing affects things too, because like okay, if Chrono Trigger had
Scott.
on map encounters, that shit would be weird. You know, like it
Yeah.
would kind of take away from a lot of what the game, because the game is very node based. It makes you want to like it forces you to go back through little nodes so often. And like I think a good example of it in Chrono Trigger is when you have to go back through the Truce Canyon to you have to do that like 17 times throughout the game.
Yeah.
And thinking about having to go through encounters in Chrono Trigger, like on a world map like that, would probably it would fucking glaciate a lot of it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
agree. I agree.
What about Seed of Nostalgia? Does that have world
Seed
map?
of Nostalgia's our overworld map is actually pretty much directly inspired by Chrono Trigger or like Chrono Cross world map. So there's no like there's no random encounters in the game anyways, but there's none on the map. And it's not like like as far as like how grand and how much time you're spending walking in between areas on the world map, it's not really that big, like big enough to justify having it anyways. There's like a lot more abstraction and stylization, kind of like how Chrono Trigger and Chrono Cross did it on the world maps.
Yeah,
But there's kind like slight exceptions to that. Like there's actually a second overworld in the game that like above the clouds. At a certain point in the game, you can upgrade your airship and you can actually climb above the continent, the main continent of the game. And there's like these fragmented islands that are sort of like they were broken off from the continent when a calamity happened a long time before the game. And so once you're up in there, then there is like a lot more space to kind of justify you like zooming around at high speed in your airship and trying to like mark these little like fragment islands. And like in that case, there are random, like not very often, but there are a few kind of encounters that can just happen randomly while you're on your airship flying around.
Like, kind of like
Because I think
Doom
it just kind of
games,
makes more
like in
sense.
Final Fantasy VI, where they're
Yeah,
like
cool.
really like there's only a couple of them and they're more like something special, or is it just like a really, really, really low encounter rate?
Both. Like there
Okay.
are some that can just happen when you're flying around like that, but the rate of that is pretty low, and that's mainly just like kind of like rare like creatures that are living in the clouds that you might want to get like some crafting
Yeah,
materials
okay.
and then there are certain like surprise encounters that can happen if you stumble upon kind of an out of the way area,
Okay, I
kind
love
of
stuff
thing.
like that. So that is music to my
Very cool.
ears. I love stuff like that.
And thinking about it now too, it's like it kind of made me think of something as well that changes a lot of the dynamics of like world maps. Is like, so in most RPGs, at least like the classic RPGs, usually the only places to save are save points and the world map. So the world map always has this aspect of safety to it almost. And
Yeah.
it changes the way that you like like Frank was saying too. It's like it feels almost like a dungeon, in a way, like you're going through like a little mini dungeon every time you're trying to go to a new town or new area. Think of like Phantasy Star 2, for example. That world
Yeah.
map is fucking treacherous,
Yeah, dude.
that it's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
dangerous. And it's like, but at the same time, well, actually, no, in Phantasy Star 2, you cannot save on the world map. You have to go save in your house or whatever. So it's a little different. But like, yeah, that totally changes the game compared to something like, FF2. So like in FF2, if you're on the world map and you like, because you could like go one tile over and fight super overpowered enemies in the beginning of the game. Get fucking
Yeah.
roasted.
Yeah.
So, but it's sort of alleviated by being able to save at any point on the world map. So it's like,
Yep.
it changes that dynamic and that tension and whatever. So it's like, I don't know. I think that's really interesting. And then, but then
It
there are some
is.
games too where you can save anywhere. Saga, Western RPGs.
Yep.
I think
So
that's
on and so
something that a
forth.
lot of people that don't have like a ton of long-term experience in the genre, it kind of flies over their head how important those little tiny things like that can affect just the dynamic of an entire game. Like, and I'm with you 100% that it is really interesting to think about and talk about.
Yeah, it's just one of those you don't really think about. You almost develop. It's like part of the language, right? You're like, oh, I'm on a world map. I can save.
Mm-hmm.
Or there's like some mechanic that only functions on the world map. Like a tent.
And yeah,
Mhm.
the heal.
Yeah. So there's all like, I don't know. I think like over time, RPGs definitely strayed from the world map concept a lot. And I mean, dude, even Lunar, like this is a really good example actually, because like the Sega CD games, and we played Silver Star on stream, so Frank probably remembers getting lost on that world map with like a million encounters.
Yes, God, some of them fucking dungeons. The
Right, well,
place between that you to get to Vale, the floating city, that fucking dungeon. I
Oh yeah,
still
the Cave of Trials, yeah, it's
fuck
really
that
bad in
place,
Sega
dude.
CD.
Oh my God. Like that was playing the original version of the Cave of Trials was like, oh my God, we had no idea how good we had it. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I will say that the Sega, just specifically to that point, is that Sega CD version of that game ends up being way easier than Complete, because even though you have a million encounters, the enemies are like pushovers, and Complete they're kind of juiced. But like yeah, so like in the Sega CD version of Lunar, Silver Star, and Eternal Blue, there were encounters on there were encounters on the world map. And in Complete, the world map was like Chrono Trigger. It was just, there was no encounters. It was just safe and it was node based and whatever.
Yeah.
What did you miss?
We-
Well,
we-
John dropped some slurs.
John.
Mhm.
We trekked through a massive fucking desert. We met a dwarf who proceeded to break down like a wall in a mine, all in the name of finding some black pepper. We're trying to find black pepper.
This is a somebody with chicken nuggets food tastes worst nightmare.
So sorry for all the fuss.
What is this for?
I'm but a humble seller of black pepper.
This is quite the performance.
What? Like, I guess.
Hold on, let me
do,
turn it
like,
up a little bit. Just
He's trying to do like a South, like Asian, like almost Indian accent, and it's like, all right.
Tale of awful, awful woe. My most beautiful putti. My granddaughter,
Did you say Pyra
Tanaya,
in her voice?
light of my life,
Oh.
is having been kidnapped by despicable scoundrels.
But like, what? Like, this is like a seventh grader's attempt at this accent. It's awesome.
The young Sahib you see here beside me is her betrothed, Gopal. They were planned to have been being joined together in matrimony and taking over from me my shop. You seem to me very strong and tough.
I am.
Please, you must rescue my Tanaya Jan.
Oh, no,
Definitely
Uncle.
not.
I must be the one who saves her myself. Besides, we cannot put our troubles upon this unknown traveler.
It definitely has a little bit of cheese that feels appropriate too, though.
Paneer.
Yeah.
Paneer.
Please, to be waiting here.
Nah.
Tanaya,
Yeah.
darling, I am coming to save you.
I am back
Oh,
from Hot Pot.
I am
Merry
so
Hot Pot Day,
jealous,
one and all.
Cody. Welcome, my friend. Cody got Hot Pot without us, John. Can you
Oh,
believe it?
God.
Well,
Oh,
Drewby
sorry.
thinks it's a waste of money, so you know.
They don't got nuggies. You know, I get it. It wouldn't work for him.
Gopal,
Yeah.
Just dipping nuggies in some hot pot.
Actually,
I
that
would
that
do.
go.
That
That
would
go,
like.
actually.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would fuck up some hot pot
if
right now.
Gopal is
Yeah,
being
Gopal
captured
Is
also,
done. We're gonna
then
have to save
whatever
Gopal.
am I to do?
A guy who
So for
thinks.
Joey, this
hot-
accent is a non-starter.
Oh, John! It's a sourdough starter. Come on, man.
Sourdough.
But
Farnsworth.
guy who thinks hot pot is a hot pocket.
Like that's it.
Yeah, that's what he thinks. I don't know, man. That one wasn't workshop. Sorry.
No one wasn't workshops. I'm
That
sorry.
was just like, yeah, I didn't sand the edges off that one. That was yeah. I was trying to fit a square into a round hole.
He's got scissors? What class uses scissors? What the fuck? Interesting.
Nobody used that at the
Interesting.
moment.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing.
I don't remember actually. Maybe. Oh, I don't know.
Art class.
yeah, the barber.
Yeah, right.
Art class.
Yo, honestly, Charlotte, some tacos would hit. I'm not gonna lie.
I thought about getting tacos before this,
I had
but
tacos
I
for lunch.
What'd you get?
I made him actually.
Yeah, my man.
Carne
All right, come
asada,
on, details. Hell yeah, there you go.
That's
All
what we
right,
like to
asada,
hear.
de gallo, jalapenos.
my man.
That's what we like to fucking hear.
Yeah, I like tacos. I like putting lettuce and tomato and cheese on them. You know, it's the delicious.
Hey
stuff.
man, white
Crust
people
noodles
taco
only.
night can hit
Crust
sometimes.
singles? Yeah,
Jack in the
and
box tacos.
Jack in no, dude, I no, I cannot do Jack in the Box. That shit's nasty as fuck to me.
That'll end your life.
Yeah, it's gringo. That's not me, man. The only thing I put on tacos is onion and cilantro and salsa, or like, you know, I'll put
That's all you
jalapenos
need.
in there too. That's all you need.
Yeah.
Cody. That's
Yeah, exactly,
spicy.
Cody. Usually we put Tabasco sauce on the tacos, but that's really spicy,
That's
you know?
really spicy.
It's a good munchie snack. See, like, okay, I don't smoke weed, but like I get the munchies for no reason. You know, like I through osmosis of Frank.
Yeah,
I
exposure.
get it.
Exposure.
Frank is hotboxing
Secondhand
me.
snacks.
Hotboxing
Yeah,
the
secondhand
stream.
snacking, yeah, bro.
Hotboxing
getting
the
hotboxed
stream
at
is
the
pretty
Hot
good. Like, you ever heard of Old El Paso? You're fired, Sky.
I used to love those like late 90s, probably early 2000, like Pace Picante salsa commercials.
Oh,
Remember that?
nasty
New
ass,
York
man.
City.
God.
Nasty shit. But like everyone's got like one of those things that they fuck with pretty heavily, you know? Like I think like Kraft box mac and cheese goes super hard.
You want to know mine is
I have no problem
fucking
with that.
Velveeta shells and cheese tastes like being
Oh.
7 years old. I know. I know.
Dude, that was like for rich kids
It's true,
too.
though.
Like
Yeah.
the rich kids
Yeah,
had the
yeah.
Velveeta, we had Kraft. We actually no, we had like the generic.
Generic.
Yeah, Farms
Johnny
Road.
Yeah,
knows. John knows.
Julie is a craft girly. She loves craft dearly.
Excuse me, Mr. Dr. Kyle Farnsworth.
Mr. Dr. Kyle Esquire.
And again, two moms, you got to specify, buddy.
Yeah.
You're not doing a good job of
I
like, unless
forgot
you're
that
talking
this
about
is-
doing both of
This
my
is
moms,
carried over lore.
you know? The cheese goop slabs.
It does. It does.
Trying to think of other nasty things that I fuck with pretty heavily. There's a lot. I like trash too, but like, I have to try to keep a balance. It's like movies too. You can't only watch like trash, and you can't only watch Kino. You have to have a balance. All of
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Your
mom slaps cheese
goops. I love that it's goops plural. Like it's a little yeah, like it's a little detail I like.
True.
My friend used to eat bologna. Oh God! My friend used to eat bologna and ketchup sandwiches in college.
Oh.
I eat like a campground
vile,
raccoon, but that's
bro.
too far for me.
That's wild. We talk about this. So James, which side of the ketchup war are you on? Because personally, I stand on the side of ketchup as a vile atrocity to mankind. And I'm just curious as to where you are.
I'm not like offended by ketchup, but I can't really think of a single thing that I would go out of my way to add it to.
Hell yeah.
be
So
honest.
you sound like when when the ketchup war happens, then you'd be on my side, I think.
The race war.
Yeah. Guys,
Yo,
it's a race toward better condiments. I don't know where you're getting these thoughts from. It's a race toward putting something better on your fries. That's all I'm saying.
Shala, you're spitting. That shit is good. Ketchup mayo combo.
Tomato sandwich, get the fuck. Delicious red slap. It's all watery and snappy. So good.
That's.
Oh,
I
it's so
think.
good.
I think my grandma used to eat tomato sandwiches. I think.
I mean, look.
Wait, Julie, do you like tomato sandwiches?
She's white, of course she does.
Can you come and tell us about tomato sandwiches real quick? We need to. Joey needs to know why.
The people deserve to know.
Yeah, come here.
No. Also, bring Frank's boxers again.
Don't bring my boxers again.
That means that she's gonna bring your boxers.
Yes, Gala, yeah. I mean, of course.
Babe,
it's
please,
burned into
no.
my brain forever.
God damn it! I shouldn't have even said it.
Okay, so
I need you to
Cody,
talk to
that's not
Joey
technically
about
raw
tomato
dog.
sandwiches.
Joey,
Oh,
what's your
no.
problem?
I don't eat like shit.
It's bread. You put some Duke's mayonnaise, a nice fat tomato, some salt and pepper. That's all you need.
No, man, that's sloppy sandwiches.
It's
We
literally
don't
not.
need that.
It's not. Toast the bread if you don't want it to be sloppy.
Oh, it's vile, man.
Not.
I hate raw
You're
tomatoes.
From
That's
the
like the
Midwest. That's as Midwestern as it gets.
Oh, I know, but I'm also a race trader because I don't like raw tomatoes. I'm like the only Assyrian who does not eat raw tomatoes, man. Like, I don't know what it is. Chicago did this to me.
Chicago did you dirty.
I just
Thank
don't
you, honey.
fuck with tomatoes.
She says I'm done with that boy.
I'm done with that. Look, man, I'm just saying.
Hell yeah, Shala. Dukes is the best. Oh no, I like Dukes way more than. I'm only a recent mayo convertee. I like Dukes for sure.
Mayo's good. I fuck with mayo, but like just mayo and tomato is this psychopathic behavior. I don't know. That's technically a fruit sandwich, dude. Think about that.
Dude.
Do you want to be eating a fruit sandwich?
Ask the Japanese. They love that shit. You
Yeah,
go to a fucking
right.
7-Eleven
Oh,
over there,
yeah,
there's
dude.
tons of fruit sandos, baby.
That's true. And those are looking pretty good.
Oh, you get no tomato in the hot dog, you get some dirty. Dude, well, that's why, again, I've had this conversation so many times, but depression dog is the way to hot dogs, man. Just to
Oh,
Joey
dude.
hates Japanese.
You know what? You know what? One of my
Gas
other
station roll
yeah,
is.
dude. One of my weaknesses is a fucking 7-Eleven chicken roller. It's not great,
yeah,
but
yeah.
man, that fucking formed chicken dog that's been on a roller for 4 hours with a little spicy, and there's a little cheese in it. For some reason, it hits right for me.
I fuck with a roller sometimes, you know.
The hypnotic dance of a dog. Have you ever tried the cheeseburger Big Bite, Joey? Have you ever been that degenerate at the 7-Eleven?
No.
It scares me. I fear it, honestly.
I fear it.
I fear it.
Heartburn on contact.
Bro, that's me with everything. That's the GERD. It's bad. Oh, dude, roller taquitos. Okay, so when I was
taquitos. That's a good personality
say-
trait. What roller
like-
taquito are you?
Well, just kind of whatever looks the best. Whatever doesn't look rancid in the roller.
Whatever's fresh, yeah.
Yeah, the freshest taquito.
Is
bro.
that
Quote.
one of
Rancid
our
in the
old
roller.
bands? Is that our old band,
Yeah.
Joey Rancid in the Rollers? Yeah.
I didn't want to bring it up because I didn't want people to find the band camp. But
Yo, that's a great name.
Rancid on the Rollers, yeah. But no, like between the ages of like 13 to 17, my nasty, disgusting little treat used to be like going to 7-Eleven at like 2 in the morning, and like, okay, no, this is fucking disgusting. I would get like 4 of the taquitos because they were like, I think they were 3 for $1, and I get like 4 or 3 taquitos, and then that fucking dude, I swear to God, it's just slop. But the gas station or 7-Eleven iced coffee.
Okay.
Man, that and the taquitos, or if the coffee machine wasn't broken because there were probably roaches in it, you know, you just blast an Arizona with the taquitos, yeah.
Yeah, it always works.
But I get that, but the tomato, yes, the tomato's the problem. Mhm.
2 jalapeno cheese
Cheese
roller
goops.
dogs smothered in chili and cheese goop. Hell yeah.
The plural is really getting me on that one.
Yeah, the goops, the cheese goops, yeah.
Like, you're hitting that press pump on the cheese handle multiple times.
And, and it implies 2 different genres of goop. You know, there's the
2
cheese goop
genres
and then
of
like
goop.
2 different types of it. Like,
I like
no,
that.
man, that's a lot. That's a little too much for me. God damn. I don't want to hear from Sky. From you, Sky. I guarantee I eat more vegetables than anyone in this chat. I don't want to hear your bullshit, Sky. Sky, like everyone. I don't know why everyone gets on my ass so hard about the tomato thing. You know, I like it. It's not my fault. That's true. We are talking about. But no, we talked about this too. In food, there are only 2 types of food: meats and vegetables. Everything else, like rice, sure, that's a grain, but it's a vegetable. You know what I'm saying? Like, colloquially, that's a vegetable. John knows what I mean.
Interesting. Okay.
So Joey, like, how do you feel about like tomato sauces or like?
Oh, that
sauces?
slaps.
Okay, yeah.
Because you
like, I think it's-
denature.
Yeah, denature.
You put the 2 and 2
Destroy
together.
the divinity of the tomato. Take its purity away, and now it's delicious.
Okay, no, Sky, your taxonomy is wrong. A starch comes after a grain. You can be a starch does not come before it. Rice is a grain, but is also a starch.
I really
Don't
just
fuck
want
with
that
me.
as a. I want that as a bumper sticker. Rice is a starch, you fuck.
That'll get people fucking beeping.
What? Just drive through Trump country with that, bro. That'd be awesome.
It turns out Joey's allergic to rice. He's spasmatic.
Oh man, I got the basmati blues right now. Fuck, dude.
Oh.
Oh, good lord. I'm looking at this place that I'm supposed to go and I can't see a way to get there. Like,
Phasmophobic.
Phasmophobic? Oh my god.
Why do we always
Hell yeah,
end up
Shala.
yelling about food? This is how every and it's not just this stream, it's my streams too, man.
We're passionate individuals.
We're back.
Thank you, Shala. We try. We do our best.
Joey, I don't hate Japan. I hate weebs.
Joey goes against the grain.
Oh.
I think actually like raw tomato hatred is pretty common. I hear that a lot.
Yeah.
I'm not.
It's like
I'm not a fan. Sky.
Wait, so hold on. Why was Julie giving me shit then, Frank?
Because of Pokemon.
Because she knows I'm a toddler. She
Oh.
expects more from you, Joey.
I see. Actually, I hate India. Apparently, I hate India, Japan. What else do I hate?
Building the list.
All of Southeast Asia.
Oh yeah, all of Southeast Asia just fucking yeah.
Northern Australia.
Joey opens up like fucking Paramount Plus, and it's like Southeast Asian like creators, and he's like, oh, fucking scrolls down, and, oh Jesus.
Paramount Plus?
Yeah, buddy.
But wait,
what?
Paramount?
Yeah, Paramount Plus.
Damn, that's okay. All right, all right.
Said a lot with just a little. Said a lot with just a little.
Because I use Paramount Plus for two things. Okay. Star Trek and Southeast Asia. No, just Star Trek. That's like the only thing I use Paramount Plus for.
Hey, Wreckage! Thank you for the sub, brother! Y'all a bunch of bugheads.
You're a bunch of bugheads. Lurking whilst I play Elden Ring with my
Australian
boys.
man will tell us.
12th salute, GG's.
Hell yeah. Thanks for stopping by, man. Good luck in your Elden Ring. His Daily Voyager. Joey, come on down to the communal room. It's time for your Daily Voyager episode. Joey's like, this is Joey in the home.
I'm gonna sit my Middle Eastern ass down in that chair and listen to Chakotay, okay? I'm gonna listen. You played Xenogears, you know when Faye's in that chair. That's me listening to Chakotay.
Oh.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
I like Voyager though.
Captain
I do.
Catherine Janeway.
I like it. I like Voyager. I don't hate Voyager. I just think it's it's not my favorite. That's all. That's
Yeah.
I've
watched it, several times. Pretty much any Star Trek from that era is worth watching. It's just it's the scale of what's better than the other.
The 90s Trek was fire, man. Like, because Voyager still had really good episodes, but I feel like at that point the dough had been spread a little too thinly at that point, and I think people kind of fell off. And also they did that whole like network swap thing with Voyager, and that kind of killed it a little. And then Enterprise is so funny to watch now because it's the most like, I somehow feel like Enterprise is the most dated because it's got that like real weird post 9/11 xenophobia to it.
Oh
that,
yeah,
like,
I totally agree.
Almost funny.
Yeah,
it's like, damn,
weird.
they really hated my people, bro. they like, damn, they were scared of us. We had nothing to do with it. We're Christians, but they hated us anyway.
Yeah, that era, any TV from that era is just weird. It just feels weird to go back and watch.
Especially looking back at it, and you're just like, wow, that was what everyone was watching, huh? Like,
oh yeah, like an early early 2000s HBO was so funny too because it was like excuses to show boobs for ratings.
Yeah,
and like for some reason that was the thing. It's like, dude, okay, if we show like two pairs of tits, like 7,000 two three pairs of tits, then like 7,000 guys are gonna watch it. And it like kind of worked. I don't know. And that actually, funny enough, that happened to Enterprise too, because they're like, okay, we need a Voyager, or we need a Vulcan who fucks. So then they hired like an actual model to do, like Jolene Balak or whatever, and she was good, but it was like, that's why you have the character, and then you got like 7 of 9, and
yeah.
Watch.
John, do you remember how I get to this place that I'm supposed to be going here? This spot like right up above me. Hold on, let me run out. That's where I'm supposed to go, and I just hugged that whole fucking wall trying to find an entrance to it, and I didn't see it. Hold on. Gotta get that switch loading right here. Because I have this, there's this river dividing it, so I don't know.
So, yeah,
Oh, wait,
go
hold
south
on.
of town
There's
and
a
cross the
bridge. There's a bridge. Never mind.
Yeah.
I didn't go south. I'm stupid. Never mind. That's a classic Frank right there, if I've ever seen one.
Is this a Switch version?
Bless. Yes, that's why we have one fun loading schemes everywhere. Whooshin'.
Hydrate.
I gotta fill my drink up. I got no more hydrate. They would do that for anything on HBO. Like they'd have a band of brothers, and it would start with a German chick riding one of the guys like he was a pony, and it's like, all right, there's your titties. Time for some World War II drama.
I think my favorite HBO show to this day has to be Oz.
Oh, dude, yeah, Oz, yeah, fuck yeah. I remember watching that as a kid, which is funny. It's a hilarious statement to say. Beecher gotta be one of my favorite characters in anything ever.
Yeah. Real crazy cool development with that character. I think the funniest thing about watching that show now, like if people watch it, is like you know, two of the actors went on to become like big health insurance spokespeople.
Oh yeah,
like,
Dean Winters. Dean Winters, and who's the other guy though?
He was the Irish. He's the Irish kid with the brother.
Oh, you know that's Dean Winters.
Oh yeah, no, okay. The
O'Reilly.
Schillinger.
Oh, but he always says
Schillinger's
Schillinger.
Schillinger.
Yeah.
Schillinger's list.
No, what's his goddamn name? He was Jameson in the Spider-Man movies. God, what's his fucking name?
Yeah.
Oh, the guy who played J. Jonah Jameson.
J.K. Simmons.
J.K. Simmons. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And then it's so funny to see like this, like, you know, an Allstate commercial or whatever, and it's like, dude, I saw that guy totally bend somebody over a pool table.
Yeah, like both like to hurt them and also to fuck them. So you know, sometimes we fuck
J.K. Simmons in Whiplash. That was a fucked up movie.
Oh yeah, and shit, what else was he into?
Just kidding, Simmons.
You know? Just kidding. I was trying to think how to work that into a joke.
What was the movie he was in with like the kid who was like the drummer, and he was like a mean teacher? Oh, that was it. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know. I forgot the name. Gotcha. Calling monsters.
God, yeah, no, dude, you're like, you're gone now. James is gone. There he is. He's back. You're like one of the only people I've talked to in a long time who's actually watched Oz.
Yeah. Actually, like a long time ago, a friend of mine, he's just like, dude, you have to watch this prison show. It's like the best thing ever. And I actually like. I've always like, I don't know why, but I've had this fascination and enjoyment of watching like prison documentaries and shows based on it, because it makes me feel so good to be free. I think just like it's like I don't know. I mean, maybe that's a little sick to watch the suffering of locked up people, but it's so like, and also like the internal politics and everything. So I mean, I love that stuff. Like Shawshank Redemption, one of my favorite movies of all time. Mm-hmm. And it's like, you just got to watch this. So I started watching it, and I was hooked almost instantly. But also, I was like, dude, this show is fucked up, man.
Oh yeah. Oh, you were hooked on Christopher Maloney's Hog, because they show that a lot.
Yeah, well, I mean, who wouldn't be?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, we got.
His character in that too is insane. That's like, but and Oz is ridiculous because it's such an interesting show, because that was like the I want to say the sort of segue into what you would consider like the second golden age of television or whatever. It was like that, and the double wombo combo of that and Sopranos.
Yeah,
you know, for a lot of people. And so like, I think Oz is a little bit more like ridiculous, like way more ridiculous than The Sopranos, because it was still very silly and soap opera-y. So
yeah. Another one of those shows too where it's like, don't really get attached to any of the characters, because it's probably not going to last too long.
I love that.
Seen more characters just get annihilated off the show so fast.
Right. Well, and it's like TV back then was so different because, I mean, usually you had like a leading character in like the sitcom because everything was so like made for syndication. You know, like not very little serialized television existed outside of serial dramas like soap operas and telenovelas and all that kind of stuff. But that was like a little bit more. I almost want to say niche. You know what I mean? So it's like. It wasn't like super mainstream to have serialized television, so like a lot of those actors were only getting contracted to do a couple little things, and then they become bigger players, and then the contract gets fucked up, and then they have to write the character out of the show, and everyone fucking dies,
Yeah.
Not so good.
Not so good. But I like that. It keeps like tension. You never know.
Yeah, as long as like the new characters that replace the ones that die aren't horrible, then it can work good.
Right. That's like, I don't know. I think video games too kind of carry that trend of, especially RPGs, carry that trend of like a little bit too much safety. Like when you get a party member in an RPG who's gonna die, it's like obvious.
A lot of the times, yeah.
Stat wise, like you could use. There's usually tells. But like very rarely does an RPG actually take the chance to kill stuff. That again, I just streamed Saga Frontier 2, and Saga Frontier 2 does that a lot, man. Frank knows, he just played through it too, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like I love that shit.
The reveal spell? What does that do?
It shows if you. Is that the one that shows you where things are on the map?
Oh, I don't think I have that one yet.
The thief should have it. No,
maybe. I don't know if he's leveled up enough for it.
Dude, the loading times in this.
It's pretty bad.
That's bad. That's real bad.
Nose for treasure is one.
That's it. That's one of them. Well, that just tells you the number of treasures. I think.
And then I have Snoop.
That's the one that shows stuff on the ground.
It shows you twinkles.
Oh, it shows. Oh, okay. That's a good idea. Let's see. Okay, it says there's nothing here. That's good to know.
Yeah, it has to be visible on the screen when you do it, or it has to be on the screen area.
Yeah. 3 different places. Okay, hold on. Let me make sure.
Yeah, that's the thing that sucks about it.
It has a short range.
And there's no real way to buff that, but, it is what it is.
It teases what to tease.
I poop sucked this game, man. Like, literally, I got it at midnight when it came out, and then I just didn't stop until I beat it. The super bosses, too. The shit was like this. I think I played for like 30 hours straight.
Holy shit!
Oh, hell yeah!
I should have streamed it.
He likes the Scrimblow.
That's our boy. He loves the Scrimblow. Alright, I guess I could actually just now I can teleport here, so I can teleport back. Go to
Baharata. Hey, that's over here in Baharata.
That's down there in Baharata.
Frank, I'm so close to. Well, I guess I could spend my points now, but I'm saving up for 2 things that I want to make you play.
Ooh, okay, hell yeah.
If you even fucking do it.
You even do it.
I just think it's funny that I redeemed so many points for so many games and you haven't even played one.
I know. Oh, Onyx.
I just think it's funny. I'm not mad. I just think it's interesting, Frank.
And here we go.
I'm not doing it.
It's getting a little hot in here.
Yeah.
We got to give the people what they want. Someone told me that white dudes with beards do really well on Twitch, so I was like, we gotta bring the boys in.
And I look white, so it kind of helps.
Yeah, white passing,
Yeah, it helps the demographic, Oh yeah, when's Robopon 2, Frank? Huh? Interesting. From one Frank to another. Onyx.
Oh shit.
Onyx says,
Good.
when is Robopon 2?
I'm hopefully dedicating a day to knocking those off at least once a week, so I will be getting that.
When, Frank? Interesting. Fascinating.
Isn't that an interesting little thing? All right.
Don't make him forget, Onyx, because he's gonna forget.
I have them on a sticky note. There, right there. An e-sticky note, not like a physical 6 sticky note, to clarify.
Mm-hmm. You missed the reps, Jess. Sorry.
Scala, that sounds like a good plan.
You want to? Listen, I'll give you 10 more. I'll do it. That's fine. If you missed them, I got you.
That.
Oh my God! Look at this. You're doing reps, but you ain't doing Robopon 2.
Repopon 2.
We have a reputation to uphold.
Exactly. We are the Swole Coden.
Swole Coden.
We spent a lot of the time playing that game lifting weights. There was a few times that we had to be like, all right, guys, we gotta add a cooldown to this, or else we're never gonna beat this game.
No, I had that on my stream too because I have the chin-ups thing, and I got straight up back to fucking back. I ended up, like, one of the 24-hour streams I did, they fucking made me do like 70, and I was like, I was fucking dead in the morning, man.
Oh God.
I wanted to sleep in forever, eternal sleep. You remember the cooldown? Because you instigated it.
I always love our fucking. Everyone knows the cooldown for that one. They're all like, I wait for them. They're waiting. They're just like, come on, boom! Like that was me, baby. Super 5. Can't wait. I'm gonna go through and all that areas that I like forced myself to run by. I was like, Frank, no, you can't just walk around and get into random battles. I combined random and encounter at the end of the word random there, and then battles. yeah, I don't know, like my brain broke for a second, but who boy. Or boy, on the stream. Oh, but my weights aren't here. That's what we love that. We love that, honestly. The weights are become an integral part of Super RPG, friends. Everyone loves to make the streamers do a tiny suffer. You know, it's really a building block. A little suffer, isn't it? With Robin Hood. Oh, hell yeah. I got all kinds of neon shit. Actually, I don't even realize I didn't put on the Super RPG Friends one. That's
wow, Frank.
I know. Listen, there's so much doohickeys to turn on, Joey, even outside of the stream, you know?
A wee little suffer.
Just a smidge. Yeah, no, that was super fun. I'm gonna definitely go back and get us a bunch of any monsters we missed. I saw there's 2 more that I just got to be at the right time that are by that dungeon, so our stable will grow.
Joey Stables
continues to stable.
The most stable member of the Super RPG Friends continues.
That's such a good name. Member. Such a good fucking name. God. Turn it all off.
He's just horsing around.
Oh.
Yeah, like my cheeks are actually sore from laughing too much.
Oh, no, she meant your butt cheeks, and I'm like, really, dude?
No, those are perfect.
Nice. Because, like, yeah, for sure.
We definitely we have a damn good time. Especially because we've been on hiatus too, so like, it's been so damn nice to. It's the most I laugh every week, without a doubt, is on the show, and I'm so happy that I get an excuse to hang out with these guys and meet awesome people and everything like that through this show. It's pretty fucking super sweet, honestly. Super sweet. Super sweet, guys. It's so super sweet. So you haven't seen, outside of like trailers, DQIII the HD2D being played, right? James?
Yeah, no, not. I mean, well, I watched some. I've seen like some random long play
Okay, yeah, yeah.
clips and videos like when it came out, just because I
Mhm.
couldn't play it, so I kind of wanted to check it out and see
Mhm.
how it went.
Mhm.
Watched a few reviews and stuff, but yeah, no, this is kind of the most in the game playing that I've got to check out since it came out.
Hell yeah, yeah. It's. I'm really enjoying it. I'm happy to be back. The whole time that we were on hiatus, it was like looking at me like the fucking Green Goblin mask. Like, just make another save file, Frank. Just make another save file. They'll never know. Like no, Frank. We are getting legitimate reactions. Damn it. That is how I figured out that Robin Hood was there. As I was wandering around, I'm like, "There's a boss fight up here." I was like, "No, all right." I was doing something wrong. I was definitely doing something wrong there.
No,
Yeah.
that fight is like also kind of harder too.
It works out that I got it done early in that regard.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, that was a good fucking show, my boys. It was awesome having you on, dude. Like, it was awesome getting to know you even a little bit more and just absolutely killing it. I realized that you are in the John spot in this fucking layout, Frank. Fucking amateur hour over here. Okay, we're knocking the dust off. We're knocking the dust off. But yeah, dude, it was really awesome having you on. I really appreciate you coming on and hanging out with us.
Great.
Hell yeah.
I'd love to come on and hang out again if you guys.
Yeah, dude, definitely. We have we have so many people that have similar like experiences with the show, and it's awesome that we have so many people who are happy to come on anytime. So we will definitely get you on again.
Frank, I got a raid target too for you.
Oh, you do? Okay, cool. That works. I was gonna do so far, but whatever you're doing is definitely better. Thank you, Six. He has opened a chest of legendary quotes. He pulled one out and read.
God damn it.
People die and Una dances. From Titus, Final Fantasy X. That's a good one. I haven't played the HD remaster yet, but on Sundays, our buddy Doan streams on this channel, and he's doing the second game on the HD remaster right now. And he did the first one. He beat it only with the attack command. He used to do a lot of speed running and stuff like that. I do, yeah, we do a lot of things because Joey loves it. That's why we have doohickeys, we got stream avatars. When we had a ton of people here at first, I was so tempted just to flick that bad boy on. Out. Yeah, just like, let me see. Oh, look at that. It's like a community.
Yes.
But yeah, I definitely am looking forward to when I do get to sit down and play Suikoden 2, the HD remaster. Because it's been a million years since I played the second one, and playing the first one on the show definitely put it in my mind. Frank, you got to go back and play this one again. That was a game that I'm pumped for. So,
Frank, you got to play this game. It's called The Last Orgasm. Yep, it is exactly what you think. Ask Ryoku.
It's our boy. Steam playing statuses. Some people just need to turn those off. Shallow wears the first.
Well, no, he took the last one, so no, there's no more for any.
No more for any.
After you finish it, nobody came.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Oh.
We have too many doing
surgery, man. Oh.
Expedition 33. Oh my god. Do you like the tiny gong? Good. It's one of my favorite things that I bought for a single bit.
So much.
I got you. Hold on. We'll get the full.
Yeah. Jess is gooning to the gong. She's gonging.
Yeah, once I'm done gooning, it's just like how you recenter yourself.
Yeah. You recenter yourself with the gong. Sorry.
The goon.
I guess I'm so confused.
No.
Gogging.
I'm gonna gong.
I'm gonna gong. No.
Oh, fuck, I'm gonna gong.
Oh, this is all right. We got a whole party poll from 6. What does Show think of a 3-story suburbanite townhouse with a flooded sludge air handler pan?
Shut the fuck up. Sick, don't do it.
Oh, Sky, you got some experience. Holy shit. Dude killed him with some dual axes. We love to see it. God, that is... All right, guys. Holy shit. Let me drop some links here really quick. James, I'm going to drop your links for the Steam page and the Kickstarter. You want to tell us a little bit about what we can expect, or any, finishing notes, anything else you want to say about your game, any of that stuff?
Yeah, the Kickstarter page would probably be the best spot if you want to learn pretty much everything about the game. It's kind of like a compilation of everything all in one spot and goes into better detail. We're only going to be live for another 4.5 days, so if anyone wants to grab, anything, now is definitely the chance. But yeah, other than that, if anyone ever wants to ask questions or talk about the game too, we've got a super lively Discord server, and everyone is always welcome to join that.
Yeah, that's holy shit. You're almost at
Almost
260K.
260?
Damn.
Oh yeah, let's just let the stream go forever.
Yeah, right. That's awesome. Yeah, it's crazy to see how awesome. I'm so happy I got to meet him, because we also we're getting to make the physical for it over on Premium Edition, and I fucking got a friend out of it too. Like, that's a 1-2 punch you can't beat. God damn, I get to make some cool physical games and to get a buddy. Fuck yeah. Yeah, you
That's
gotta
the
make
first
sure you gotta come to
channel I
Shala's Pussy
saw.
Palace. Yeah, Joey joined before the show, and he's like, "Oh, there's a Shala's Pussy Palace. Interesting."
And I thought it was like, because I didn't know that you were like a person, and I was like, are you guys just posting like Rule 34 of Chrono Trigger characters? Like, I don't understand.
There is some Rule 34 Seed of Nostalgia characters in there.
Oh no!
It is the internet. There are rules to this. It's
we
bound to
saw
happen.
Rule 34 Navi.
Oh my god, dude! You
Holy
jump
shit.
scared me with that. That was
My favorite Rule 34 I ever saw, other than the Tetraminos Rule 34, was gotta be Nose Pass. That one's insane, man.
You showed me that one before, you monster.
Yeah, that Nose Pass one fucking ended me, bro. I was like crying. I was sitting on stream crying, tears flowing from my eyes, because of how beautiful it was. No, because it was insane. God damn.
Oh, so let me grab the Discord link one more time too, so everyone can hop into that bad boy. It was awesome meeting all of your community too. I really appreciate everybody coming in and hanging out with us. It was fucking sweet getting to know you guys. Y'all fucking rock. I appreciate the shit out of all the support. I hope you guys will pop back in. I know we'll definitely have James on again as well. So I'm looking forward to working more with him and working on all this stuff and just doing more stuff together. That's fucking awesome. I'm hyped. I'm just fucking glad to be back. I missed this goddamn show so much.
How much does a powder room sweeten the deal?
How much does a powder room sweeten the deal? Was that a tiny slide whistle, Joey?
Yeah, I was trying to make it a theremin.
You're fucking fanning the trigger there. Oh shit! All right, Joey, you want to tell us a little bit about what you've been up to and where we can find you on the big bad internet? That's what it's called, not World Wide Web. It's called the big bad internet.
Yeah,
BBI.
You can find me. I stream on Kick. No, I stream here. You can follow me here. Hold on. Cerulean Skies Live. Thank you for the shout out. I'm streaming. I don't know if I'm gonna continue Claire Obscure on stream or if I'm going to start Nine Souls tomorrow. But we do stream 40 hours a week. And where's my OnlyFans? See, I did have a Pornhub Amateur, just no OnlyFans. But you'd have to pay a lot to get that link. I'm just telling you. Either way, follow me here. Coming out. It's a very similar vibe. Sugiyama Skies Live. Yeah, it's a very similar vibe. We talk about phrenology. Guy who thinks phrenology is about like friends. Like, he's like, yeah, I'm like a phrenologist. Like, I love you.
You got a tomato fans. Anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, tomato fans. Hell yeah. But yeah, we're doing that, and then I don't know what else I got. I'm still working on a big project for Koei about Koei Tecmo stuff, but I don't know what the timeline for that is like. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got. It's really you could follow John on John's like 100 million sub page.
What was the shitty horror review channel. Yeah, Johnny Jump Scares. You can follow
Johnny Jump Scares.
John. Shout out
Mayo fans.
Mayo fans.
Watch, it's gonna
Oh,
be
yeah.
a real channel.
I'd be so
Probably
pissed
is.
if it was. They've been
Well, hold
popped
on.
out of
Oh, okay.
existence.
This one we discovered this name.
Boner
As-
lit.
I
Nice,
typoed. I
John.
typoed it. Shit.
Oh God,
Tomato
Farnsworth.
phrenology. Does that actually exist?
I know
No.
we mentioned it.
Phrenology?
But Boner Lich is such a good fucking name. I know we talked about it before, but it's just top notch.
God damn, that is a good name.
Jessica asked,
It's
how
so
big?
good.
You said your team is what, 7 people now working on the game?
Yeah, there's
Ish.
7 people that are full time, and
Okay.
then another 3 or 4 people who are kind of just more on like a on and off contractual basis.
Hell yeah. That fucking rocks. That fucking rules. That rocks and rules. Johnny boy, do you have any updates? Is there anything new in your life to talk to us about? Anything exciting? Any new laws that you've broken? Did you find out a new law existed and then you set out to break it?
Unfortunately, not. Just working too hard at this point. I like how Joey had an option to end that with a slide whistle, but he blew it.
I see. You don't really blow it.
John,
You
give us
suck
house
it.
updates.
His house updates is that he paid off the IRS. John's like, I ain't touching that shit for a while after that. Like,
I broke for a bit.
great. Oh God. All right. Let's see here. Do I still have?
Well, we hope we get a farewell dog. Hold on.
Oh yeah, bring the boy.
Oh, ow.
Look at him.
There.
He's just got no thoughts. Whoa, look at that boy.
Oh, look at the dog. He's got a couple 2-3 thoughts in it.
Glide whistle into the DMs.
Hell yes, guy.
Well,
Oh, right, you're getting stuck. Oh,
you
watch
guys know me. I'm Frank, aka Woodman FLG. You guys can find me here Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Monday is Mecha Monday. I'm working on a little something that's going to start happening on Wednesday as well. So you guys can look forward to 4 days of Frank. Didn't they say that in the Bible somewhere? 4 days of 4 days and 4 nights of Frank? I don't know.
It's the precursor to Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh God, no!
No.
4 nights with Frank. Oh, that's so good. But yeah, 8 o'clock all the time. Let me wrap the. Make sure you guys check out our Discord. We be hanging out in that bad boy. You guys can find the links for that there. You can find. Let's see if it actually. Okay, it did pop up. You can find that. You can find our YouTube, TikTok, all that stuff. We post like 2 shorts a day. I work real hard on those bad boys. But we are going to be shooting a raid on over to Hungry Goriah and James. Like I told you, we've started this with Earthbound, and we end every episode with Earthbound in honor of that. And we do that with the little fuzzy pickles. So everybody, let's do it together. 3,
All right.
2, 1. Fuzzy pickles, you guys. We'll see you next week. Thank you all so fucking much. Have a great one.